Okay.
We are good.
Not good.
Yeah.
13 minutes. Put that on.
We are 13 minutes late.
Put it on you. Take the bill.
I'll take the bill. How much?
Why are you late?
We're late because we don't have a producer, so
we're looking for
take that. We're looking for a producer if you can help us out, but you have to be here early because it's not easy trying to do these things. All right, so what's up, guys? It's Sunday. It's the time we come on our live to talk about different issues. I'm Abraham. Here's Penny right here on my left.
Yeah. My
beautiful, bestowed, wonderful, lovely wife, which now today's topic is how to keep the love alive. So that's what
you know. You could be saying all those things and I'm leaving.
That's okay. At least I've told you.
You know, women always plan a long time how to run away.
So
you think they're with you,
guys. We already have 26 people. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Welcome.
So I was trying to.
You're trying to rembesha yourself.
No,
you have read much.
I was not late.
No,
I was not late.
You were. I mean, things got a little bit haywire because even by the time
you just took responsibility.
I took responsibility. I was eating.
I'm on time.
I was trying. Even I didn't have time to clean myself, but
tell them you brush your teeth too.
Because I was eating. I just finished.
Tell them you brush your teeth for the show.
Eating. And I had to run and brush my teeth
for the show.
Because I ate chapati with chicken and
some rice.
Not rice, the other one. Beans. So the beans you have to brush because otherwise it's
So good afternoon. Thank you so much for tuning in. We come here every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I personally come here if you're finding me for the first time or us for the first time. I come on my page on Monday. I talk about goals for like 10 minutes. On Tuesday is like a wobble discussion. You know, people throw topics, so I don't have anything specific
for Tuesday.
And then on Wednesday is Gratitude Wednesday, where we remind our followers and our viewers to be grateful
and give thanks
to God, to the people who have helped you. If you have children, be grateful that you have children. And then on Thursday we talk about procrastination. You know, things you've been putting aside, including getting married. There are some of you who've been postponing to get married.
For good reasons and bad reasons.
Yes. So what are those things that you want to do, but you're not doing? So on Thursday, I do that. Then on Friday is Wellness Friday. The reason why I call it Wellness Friday is to create an awareness about yourself. Because if you're good, then you're able to give good. If you are bad, you're giving bad. So we come here to inspire one person, to educate one person, and to unite a group of people, because we are human beings and human relationships, you know, really make your health.
Yes.
And they make you.
So Sundays is more of a family talk.
Yes.
Family, couples, married people who are engaged, looking to get married. So Sunday is more of a adult talk.
So if you're finding us for the first time, we've been together for 27 years. We are raising 4 children. You can say the ages.
So the oldest is 24. Practice, I know.
Yeah.
So the oldest is 24. We have a 21-year-old girl, 18-year-old boy, and 11-year-old boy.
And then our son in Kenya.
And then we have Alex in Kenya, who's 20.
20. I think Alex is turning 21.
21.
And then we have our little girl in Buinzao. I think she's, how old is our little girl?
That girl is in 2nd grade.
So she's probably 6.
You know, I need to follow up on that little girl.
Yeah.
That little girl is in a school right there in Kibwezi.
Yeah.
So we need to follow up on that and figure out.
So that's
I know she's in 2nd grade.
But you need
standard 2. You know, we're saying 2nd grade.
Yeah.
She's in standard 2. And I know she's from a parent who's, I think she's being raised by an auntie.
Yeah.
So I need to follow up. You know what? Next week, I'm going to come back with a full report of that.
About your daughter.
Girl, yes.
Not your daughter, our daughter. So, we come here, we are regular people, and since Facebook opened up, I personally decided to use the platform to educate and mentor, because when we met many years ago, there was no
Facebook,
and there was no opportunities to really learn and educate each other from total strangers. So we thank God that we've come this far, and we thank God that God has allowed me and you to be able to talk on this platform. And sometimes we are just trying things. We want to share some of the things we've learned.
We want to share our experiences, good and bad, and probably what we learned from those experiences.
Yes.
So I'm sure once you learn something, you want to pass it over to the next generation or whoever is available. So from my experiences, the good side of it, we want to pass it over and also tell them the bad side of it.
What we could have done.
What we could have done better.
Okay.
Different better.
So now you know you're the Mr. Nzunguti, your grammar is better than
my English.
Mine. Your English is...
Because I told you, English came with what?
With the sheep.
With the sheep. The sheep came where?
Mombasa. Mombasa first.
So
Mombasa.
Before it went to Nairobi, it had to pass Ukambani. So English and Swahili
passes through Mombasa.
Ukambani first before it gets to Kisii.
So now that's why Abu has to read, because my first language is Kisii. I'm not good in English. And
no, you're good, but sometimes
average.
I don't know if it's average or not.
Average. My environment started with Kisii. Then I learned English when I was in like class 4.
So my environment started with Swahili.
Yeah.
Because when we were playing outside.
Yes, speaking
Swahili. You know what? I'm sure the environment there was Kamba.
Mixed.
But there was more because I was going outside and playing with the kids. Yeah. All talking Swahili. So I think my first language is Swahili or Sheng.
But when did you come in contact with English?
In school.
Yeah, what grade?
When I went to kindergarten.
You know, I came into contact with English in 4th grade.
Meaning, class 4.
Even my report cards.
So study 1 back at 3.
Yeah, even my report cards. Which the binder. You know, I have my whole life report cards and everything. My report cards are commented in Ekewusi. So now, Abu will be doing the reading.
Yes. Yeah. And this is the comments. I don't even have my phone with me. You go through the comments.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to read today. This is the last chapter of the book.
Not last. There's a conclusion, but it's the last one. There's conclusion, like the end.
We'll summarize the entire book.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. But this is the last chapter.
This is the last chapter.
So I'm right. Yeah. The last chapter. It says how to keep love alive. Yeah. Chapter 8.
And by the way, before even he reads.
And the book is called, for the new people, Searching for Intimacy in Marriage, by Ryan Craig. There you go. I hope you can see this.
Before you read, the topic, how to keep love alive. I don't know how you're keeping it, because me...
Can you be frank a little bit, because we didn't go through the chapter completely. Yeah? We were trying... You may have gone through. Me, I didn't go through. So I just saw you right now highlighting all these points.
Yeah, because I read the
book. So the point is this: how to keep love alive. I think people should know how to keep, even without reading this book. It's good now you read the book to maybe concur with what you're thinking.
Because this writer is somewhere in Australia.
Yes, but keeping love alive in your relationship should be natural. And then you read the books to enhance what you know.
And I want to speak for the women.
So that's why I didn't read this chapter.
Yeah.
I know how to keep love alive.
Yes.
I know how to keep it burning.
For us women, the love is dead every day. Like
so you guys, you need to keep how can I say, like a flame. You need to keep.
Remember, we are always packing and leaving.
Yes.
We are always running away. The reason why we are always running away, we fall out of love every time things are not going okay for us.
So for us men,
because we come to you.
For us men, the fire is always on. In fact, we are looking for ways to cool it down.
So they can stay. Every time I tell you I'm leaving, you have to find a way to do something for me to stay. I want you to imagine I'm from Nyando Chevere, you're from Umbwinzao, you married me, and I'm in your home. So if I'm adding value to your life,
the household,
yes, and then one day I come and tell you I'm leaving, you have to find ways to keep this love alive. So most women, it's almost impossible for us to keep the love alive because
you're struggling and you're looking for things every day.
Yes.
You know, And eventually, of course, when you're looking for things, you'll find the things. Our job is like a wildfire. I think us, we're like the fire marshal,
the firefighters,
or the firefighter, and the
turning.
Fire is on, and every day you have to keep turning that fire off.
Wonderful.
Okay.
See your wise. So now go
All right, let me read this. So chapter 8, how to keep love alive. Okay. So without question, intimacy has become one of the real casualties in our postmodern high-tech culture. To keep love alive and maintain a sense of passion in a relationship requires knowledge, focus, and commitment. And these simply don't come easily these days. In fact, many people have come to view the idea of achieving a happy, intimate marriage with some degree of caution, cynicism, and suspicion. Much of our suspicion is based on the knowledge that marriage never really delivers on the romantic images we continue in vain to cultivate.
Mm-hmm. And then, in spite of people falling out of love, people still continue to get married.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we who have been in marriage will go out there and tell people marriage is a scam.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't do this. People who are already there want to get out. But as we speak right now, there are people who are being proposed to. There are people who are still thinking about getting married. There are people who are praying for a spouse to come and marry them, because, you know, there is what you get out of marriage. So then read the next one.
I was gonna say that the ones who are in marriage are looking to come out.
Yeah.
The ones who are not in marriage are looking to
get in.
Regardless, so there's that conflict.
Regardless, since marriage started, a woman and a man coming together, besides people thinking that marriage is actually a scam, people are still getting in it.
Yes, because in the long run, you have to look at the cons and the pros. So one has to outweigh the other one. So there's issues in marriage, but regardless, I think that in the long run, it's the
benefits.
The benefits outweigh the negatives. Okay.
In spite
of all our unrealistic expectations and fears, marriage is still very popular. The majority of people who aspire to marital satisfaction and happiness enter the holy estate of matrimony with the hope and conviction that intimacy is achievable and that they will be successful in having a happy marriage. They see the marriage relationship as a wonderful way of meeting their personal need for love, friendship, and belonging.
Okay. So, since you everything comes for you natural.
Yeah.
You don't,
since I didn't read the whole thing, so now let me.
Yeah. What are those things, if you can just highlight them, those things that will keep your marriage or your love alive?
Very easy. Happiness, number one, in the house. Okay? Happiness, if there's calm, there's peace and tranquility in the house. That will keep your marriage alive. Okay? What else? If there's which there will always be some differences, but as long as you can come back and be on the same page after your differences or your quarrels, again, your love will be kept alive. Those are the basic ones.
Yes.
So emotionally, we all have to be on the same state. If you're coming in and I've had a bad day, I should be able to listen to you and probably either calm you down or praise you. Whatever I need to do.
How come you've not praised me? When was the last time you praised me?
Of late, the praises are very hard to come. You have to earn them. You have to earn them. But so as long both the couples are on the same page, that marriage will be alive. Yeah. So I think I've already answered.
No, but in a nutshell.
But
the thing is, even you think really honestly, be honest.
Yeah. And then there's a physical
there's a last time I did something that really made you feel proud and achieved to harm me as a wife, right? An action. It could be whatever I did.
Yes.
And you thought about it and you are happy about it.
Oh, yes.
But now, tell me the last time you actually verbalized that. It was within you. You're like, this is great.
Yeah.
I'm glad I chose Penny for
Yeah, so let's say maybe
but
there was an occasion.
Yes. But when was the last time you actually verbalized? And I think that is like the challenge number one. Like, when was like the last time you really, said it? You can say it many times. But to say it like...
And the only thing is this, sometimes we are taking things for granted, because if it's okay, there was a good meal prepared, and that's done every day, we take it for granted.
You eat and go to sleep.
If there was maybe there was we had a party and you are a good host and things went well, that's so verbalizing. I think that's where the challenge is.
In fact, that's the downfall.
That most of the time, even I think most of us as men, we don't verbalize that much.
Especially
men are more of action. You know what? I won't verbalize. I will go and buy you flowers, or I will do an action.
Yeah.
I might not say it, or I'll be good to you, but I won't say, hey, this is the reason why I'm being good to you. So you've done something good. The next day, I'm so nice. You don't even know. In fact, some women will ask, hey, why are you being nice? Because there's something.
Maybe you felt good and you're trying to be nice.
It's only now that they're not verbalizing. So now the praises, it's just like little kids who need to be told, reminded every time.
Think about it. You're an employee of a company. You're given a project. Remember, you're the one who hired me. You brought me to your home. And you brought me to your home to do A, B, C, D. Or not even to do. To help. Yes, to help
or
you.
To organize.
So your company can succeed.
To organize.
So you think of a supervisor that does not give you credit even when you've gone above and beyond.
Yes.
Think about that. Internalize that. Or a supervisor that knows that it is Abraham who made the company to gain A, B, C, D, but never says anything to you. So now we have a tendency to be grateful to co-workers, to be grateful to our bosses, to be grateful to outside people, but we don't do that to our spouses.
Yes.
Just even to say that, you know what, Penny, you've been holding it down. For me, it comes easy for me to tell you the good things you've done because of what I do for work. When I go to work, a good day is when we don't have an incident with the clients. Nobody went to the hospital. There's no falling down. And we've had a good day if there's no incident. For 8 hours, I don't want to have an incident. So now for you not to have an incident for 8 hours, it's saying, oh, you've been great, Abu. Oh, that's nice. Oh, you put the dishes away. That is wonderful. What I do for work, constant praise is what keeps the job going. It was
so again,
a good day.
Yeah. So for you, it comes natural.
It comes natural.
So for me, what I do for work might be a little bit different.
You're in IT.
Yes, where now there's no interaction with other people once in a while, and I think I can relate to where there's a project, and you are the main driver of the project.
Yeah.
When the project ends, somebody else gets all the praise and credit.
Yes.
People know that. Yeah. And that's when eventually people say, you know what? Yeah. Eventually you're there for a while and you're not getting any promotion. It's because other people are getting the credit.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's the same thing as marriage.
Yeah.
I've come to
constantly need to be telling you.
Yes.
Great job.
Because I'm working for you.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm your employee. You brought me from Nyanduchi. I didn't bring you to my home. You brought me to your home. So instead of constantly giving me a review, well, mom is not there. You're constantly talking to your mom. You're constantly talking to your sister.
Yeah.
You're constantly crediting. The employee that is working the most, you're constantly talking to your family about this employee. And number one, the key thing, you're not verbalizing the job performance of this person that you have brought. So in the process, we lose ourselves because now, if you do certain things which are for your children, it's for your kids, then I come and tell you, oh, that was really nice. Regardless of whether the kids are yours, you will feel good that I appreciate the input that you bring to the family.
Yeah.
But most men who are our employers find it next to impossible to tell us.
Yeah. And okay, so I think that's a big challenge to most of the men.
Yeah.
Because to them, they take everything for granted. And as I said before, things that are done every day, after a while they look. That's expected.
Yes. So you take them for granted.
So you take them for granted, and there's no. So again, that's a point that I miss. Yeah, that's how, if you want to keep your alive,
yeah,
you need to verbalize that.
You need to. So the next one is goodwill. You can read the goodwill.
Okay. So the first and most important quality for enhancing intimacy in marriage is an attitude of goodwill and cooperation. Displaying goodwill towards your partner is absolutely fundamental to the survival and health of your relationship.
Continue. In fact, you can.
Showing your partner goodwill means that you are on their side and just as concerned about meeting their needs as are your own. It means that your spirits are open to each other and that you have empathy for your partner's point of view. It means demonstrating feelings of fair play and a willingness not to, impugn your partner's motives.
Mm-hmm. Right? Like you have no motives. Like we are in this
Kizungu is hard. That meaning I'm not sure what that means.
Okay. Page.
Okay, so Page is out of this. Suggests that goodwill in a relationship incorporates several critical qualities. An attitude of gratitude for each other, which we're talking about, and for the relationship, mutual acceptance and tolerance, a focus on the positive qualities of the relationship, and self-sacrifice, a willingness to give freely and genuinely of oneself, creating a sense of interdependence.
Yes. So you go to your job in the morning, you walk in, good morning, Abraham. Mm-hmm. Good morning, so-and-so. Yeah. You do all these things, right? And you mean well.
Yes.
Then maybe some people don't even want to be said good morning to. Yes. But in your house, you can't just ask your spouse good morning.
Yes.
Although you slept in the same house.
Yes.
Okay. So the next thing is respect and trust. You can read just briefly, and then that one is easy to read.
Okay. So mutual respect and trust. So mutual respect is a central ingredient in all satisfying long-term relationships. To have respect means to look at another and to see what is really there and what potential exists. So to show respect for your partner means that you recognize and accept them as separate individuals and that you value and esteem them for who they are, not for what you can get from them. Showing respect is not the same as romantic admiration, which is based on your idealization of your partner. Respect is clearly about honoring and appreciating your partner's separateness and the ways in which they are unique.
Mm-hmm. You can leave it there.
Okay.
So now, I've come to your place. I'm your employee again.
Mm-hmm. And you're on a payroll.
Yes, and then every time I do something wrong, you disrespect me. Mm-hmm. In front of your sisters, in front of your relatives, I'm your employee. So now picture your supervisor coming to you,
yes,
and you did something wrong in QA, and then they just tell you off in front of everyone. And this is like the biggest challenge couples have. Even it's worse when the pandemic hit, where we are seated somewhere as a group of people, and you feel the need to either abuse me or just disrespect me in front of my co-workers. Yes. Co-workers could be other in-laws in the home. So, respect.
And the children also.
And the children. Yeah. Respect is earned. But when your employer, again, let's go back to the employer, is disrespectful, because the company is yours. Sometimes your employee will be disrespectful back. Mm-hmm. Now, if I disrespect you, you know what you're going to do?
You'll fire you.
You'll fire me.
Yes.
So, when you have no respect for your partner, meaning, when you're at work, if you're redirected, you stay calm and collected.
Yeah. And most of the time, the supervisor should call you aside because you're maybe you're in a setting where there's a lot of people.
Yes.
Yes, you've done something wrong.
Yes.
So you need to be corrected.
Yeah.
They need to take you aside. Mm-hmm. Correct you and show you where you went wrong and how to fix it.
Yes.
And then bring you back to the setting. Okay. So I think that's where most of us were wrong, because you will just come and just back at your spouse.
You talk to them however.
And then you're talking to them like they're little kids, yeah?
However.
So I'm backing at you. Mm-hmm. Everybody else around is looking. Mm-hmm. And then I expect we go back home and you're still respecting me. Even
the children, you're backing at me in front of your children when I'm supposed to discipline these children. So now the children start disrespecting me and vice versa. I'm disrespecting you. And now I want you as a father to discipline the children. But if I've disrespected you in front of the children, I've already taken all the power from you.
Yes.
So again, then we move to the next one is effective communication. Okay. How to communicate.
So guys, don't forget, to keep love alive, you have to show that respect, both mutually, back and forth. Okay, so again, effective communication. Social psychologist Elaine Hartfield maintains that intimacy is a process in which a couple attempts to move towards complete communication on all levels, and that the verbal expression of feelings within a relationship becomes the actual bedrock of intimacy.
The next one.
Being able to communicate effectively is probably the most important human survival skill couples have for connecting with each other. Couples who thrive in their marriage relationship indicate that they continue to dialogue with each other through the good times as well as the difficult times in the relationship. So
communication. When
things are bad, you still need to talk.
So now again, you went to Jimmy's house.
Yeah.
And you are supposed to be back maybe say 9. What would be the expected thing to do? Is to text and say, I'm staying longer.
Yes.
Okay. Again, I'm your employee. You have a place of work where you work. When you're not coming, you call the job and say, I will not be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. When something,
I'm running late.
Yes. When something, even like you guys now, you're before the emails came, back in the day, we used to have a communication book, and it was called a communication book, where you're going to write everything. That I called in meds. Can you guys pick up the meds? It's on paper. It's a paper trail. So now, for those of you who are employed, you are very good at communicating
with your bosses.
Because you don't want to lose a job.
Yes.
Again, I can't say this. I don't know how many times I can say that once the boss pays you, once your IT paycheck comes, it's for your family. When it's all said and done, this money you're looking for is for us.
Yes. So the work that you're calling every day and you are
being
running
effectively
there, it's pretty much to maintain your family.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
you can't be the place where you're disrespecting,
because that's the place that is earning you. And that's the reason why people will call when they're running late for work.
Yes.
That's very simple. But if you are with your spouse, you're like, you know what? Let them figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't need to call them.
Yes.
Because there's nothing here. Probably you're thinking about monetary value. There's nothing coming out. But there is that part of where...
In case you get sick. in case you are fired.
Yes.
In case, like...
Even the stability of just peace. Because you don't want to get home. If you did a simple phone call or a simple text will mean I'm going to open the door with this love. By the time you're opening the door, there's peace there.
Yes. But if you did...
That phone call you didn't make, you're opening the door and you're being blasted with words coming left and right, yeah?
Because they've been waiting for you.
So just because of communication.
Yes.
So a simple thing is just... And they said you need to communicate when it's good and bad, even during the fight. And some people fight and keep quiet.
Yes.
So they're telling you when you're fighting, you can't. I think they call it the silent treatment. Some women, they want to give the men the silent treatment. That's no communication.
No. Not saying anything.
Yes.
Is poor communication or saying too many bad things.
So there's a situation where something is not working. I'm not going to know unless you tell me.
Yeah.
If you give the silent treatment,
you won't know.
I'm going to keep guessing.
Yes.
I don't know what's wrong with
So let me read the comments.
Yeah. Please go through the comments a little bit.
Ekiana is saying, I'm dressed to kill. Yes, I dressed to keep this relationship
alive. Fire.
Yeah. This is my red Valentine's dress. You see, just to look cute.
Even the earrings there.
Yeah, everything is all matched up. Thank you. And Ekieni Tata Abuga, what are the secrets of a successful marriage? 3 years, but I'm tired.
3 years.
3 years, you are still...
Hold on, last week we talked about the stages.
Yes.
So year 3, you're still starting. Don't give up.
We are doing 27.
Don't give up.
Let me quickly go back to his...
No, let me remind them.
Year 2 is the expectation stage.
Yes, so now...
You're expecting her.
No, probably the expectation is very high.
Yeah.
You need to just lower it a little bit, you'll be fine.
No, it says resolving dependency needs,
yes,
issue of power and control, okay, tolerance
of
differences, and inclusion and exclusion. So on year 3,
so between 2 and 4,
yes, you're still trying to make things.
It's the expectation stage. So hang in there, because the next one is the power struggle. Even
still going to be a challenge.
The next one will be a challenge. So by the time.
Then Dennis is saying, Dennis was saying, hello, hi Dennis, how are you? Joyce Bidiko gave us stars, truly grateful.
Oh, I am seeing that, 150, yep.
Yes,
thank you.
We are grateful. No, she did 75, and then Dennis Mageto did 75.
Okay, thank you.
And Dennis Mageto said, tolerance is key to long-term relationships. Some ladies say, I didn't come to tolerate
out challenges. Yes, you have to tolerate one another, because there's nobody who's perfect.
Yes.
From day one, there'll be issues. Even up to day 20,000.
Yes.
There.
Stella, my dear friend, how are you? Stella said it's very impressive. So now we will go back to number 4 is mutual commitment. Okay. So what I want to say about commitment, it is just sad, but that's the truth. When the marriage starts, the women are 100% committed.
Yes.
As time goes by, we give up. The commitment, we wobble with the commitment.
Yes.
But if you read what they're going to say about commitment, most men will start committing when they're like in their 50s. Some of them. Because
some of them do, you know, like when you want to test drive a car, some test drive for too long.
And that's why
you're going to the car shop to buy a car. You do that. You know, you have to do the test driving. Then you marry them.
Yes.
And some will still they're not even sure.
And that's why men in their 50s are going to be committed, because now they want something stable. They are tired of running around. And because of lack of commitment, that's why some of you who are watching me are doing Come We Stay. You're doing Come We Stay because you're afraid of commitment.
Yes.
2 days ago, we were having our discussion with our daughter, and she was trying to tell us that, you know what, it's good to test someone.
Test the waters.
Yeah, cohabit and see if you like it, and then you don't marry the person. But you know what you don't know? Even if you test the person, because you're 2 different people, you're always going to have challenges, regardless whether you tested the person or you did not test the person.
In short, there's no testing that won't have issues.
Yeah.
So if you're going
to find them.
Excuse me. If you're going in and saying that, hey, I'm going to do the testing just to make sure this person is okay, you will find issues.
Yes.
So if you back out because of that, the next one will be the same thing.
You'll find issues.
So there'll always be issues, and then the one that you say, I'm going to commit, I'm giving them a commitment, there'll be issues.
Yes. Because everybody has issues.
Yes.
So read the mutual commitment.
Okay, so mutual commitment. Commitment is the one quality that contributes most to the continuing development of intimacy and growth in marriage. In marriages that last, intimacy and commitment go hand in hand. A lack of commitment on the part of one or both partners is one of the surest and quickest way of undermining a marriage relationship.
So, again, if you're doing Come We Stay,
commitment.
For us, who were raised Seventh-day Adventists, we were told the longer the engagement, the longer you date someone, the more faults you find on this person. So most of our Seventh-day Adventist teachers or people who are like mentoring us told us, don't date somebody for too long. 6 months, you're getting to know someone, max it to 1 year, meet the elders, and get into the commitment and call it a marriage. You know, but if you're dating or engaging someone for 4 or 5 years, there is zero commitment. You can decide one day that you're going to leave because there is no perfect person. This particular person you're looking for that has all the qualities you're looking, how can you be looking at someone for 3 to 4 years? Even most companies test people for 3 months.
3 months. They call them, what do they call it? They call it your No, what is it? When you're hired, they give you 3 months.
Probation.
Probation, exactly. So you have a 3-month probation. After that, they either, they commit to you or they don't.
They drop you.
Yes.
And part of the things that I learned when I worked as someone who used to train new employees, the people who came into the job with a commitment, even if they didn't know the job, they learned the job. They were willing.
They already had the passion to try to
learn something new.
Yes.
So when you're training because they have a commitment, you can see someone who's willing to learn. And those ones who came with this attitude that they were not disinterested, they didn't even stay. Even if you hired them for, you can hire someone knowing that they have issues to give people a chance.
Yes.
The people who came into the job with zero commitment end up just quitting. Some even just no call, no show. But when you make a commitment, people dismiss being legally married, that it's not, there's no reason, it's just a paper.
Yes.
There's a lot of benefits that come with commitment, where you've said that, moving forward, I'm your wife.
Yes.
Even when you address your spouse, this is my husband, this is my wife, it commands respect because you've committed to that person.
Yeah. So from day one,
yes,
we know the wedding day is a woman's day, and that's when everything's settled about the woman. But if you have that commitment at that time, it means you want to give that relationship a chance.
Yeah.
So from day one, I think if you commit, or both of you, if there's that commitment, everything should line up itself. It should be easier. I think it's going to be easier.
People don't know. It's not visible.
And actually, as you said, if you are cohabiting, I know there's no commitment. So there's no way. I'm going to put more effort. Yes. Yeah. So it's all about. I think commitment, will equal to more effort in your relationship.
And when you're not committed, you keep interviewing more candidates.
Yes. Yeah. You're looking. You are half. One leg is here, the other one is on the other side.
Yes. Yeah. So the other thing is expressing appreciation and affection. That is a big thing. We talk about this all the time. It's rare to find a couple that is affectionate equally.
Yes.
I think in most marriages, but they say it's the women that drive the marriage sexually because women love with conditions.
Yeah.
So they are able to slow the intimacy. Because a man can be intimate, not romantic, like because they love you.
Yes.
They can want to have intimacy with you, sexual, because their body is desiring for it. But the women, good deeds is going to make us want to be intimate with you. That's why men buy sex. It's easy to buy sex. But this writer is talking about where you're showing somebody affection, that you care. Now, some of us, we don't care about being touched.
Yeah. And this is just showing affection, especially in public.
Yeah.
That now, I think we talked about that before, where the being affection in public to most of the Africans, we grew up not that.
It's
that's
not acceptable.
Not acceptable, but it's not the norm.
It's more bad manners.
Yeah, like
like
this.
I'm like no.
Oh, let's go, honey. Yeah.
It's shameful.
It's not shameful.
No, I'm saying where I come from is more shameful. You touching me in front of people. You understand? That is the Nyando Chevere.
But now we need to move to the 21st century.
Yes.
You need to listen, especially men. You need to show affection to your woman, even outside of the norm, where the norm will be a house.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because women also, they love that. They want to be pampered.
Yeah,
some men may want, like
me.
You'll feel ashamed if I'm start doing this, baby, what's up?
And people are looking.
And people are looking, like,
yeah. But some,
because you're old school.
I'm old school. But some women like that affection when they're out there. But again, depending on where you're coming from, and like your father broke the barrier for you. I never saw my father touch my mom. Never. Even shaking hands like this.
Even like this?
No. I never. My dad always just came with chaos.
Mr.
Ngweni was just unloving. Like, his way of love.
That's all they knew.
No, his way of loving my mother was different.
Same thing with my grandpa. The only thing I saw was when they're walking, grandma is behind and grandpa is ahead. And they're talking and they're going in the same direction.
Yeah. But your father, your father modeled affection to you. You saw your father touch your mother.
Yeah.
So now, you can actually kiss me in public because your father broke those barriers for you. For me, my daughter,
they want to put the covers.
We have to turn the lights off. It's a long process. You don't want people to know. But what this guy is saying, just
cover
be
yourself.
Affectionate, okay? They are saying be affectionate by show your partner you accept their ideas, their suggestions and feelings. Voice your feelings of love, romantic passion. Say I love you. That one you're very good. I think you mastered it, and I think it's part of your routine to say I love you whether things are good or things are bad.
Always, yeah.
Yeah. And then express.
And that's expressing, because you need to express and appreciate and show affection.
Yeah, express your appreciation. Give compliments, affirmation to your partners at least once a day.
The part of compliment is very important, because I think as Africans, even giving compliments is an issue. Yeah. Just it's your wife. Yes, she's come out. She has a nice dress. You should tell her, honey, you look good. Yeah. Okay, that dress is nice on you.
If it's just true,
even if it's not true,
you don't want to lie.
No, you have to lie.
No. Let it come natural, because you feel it. When somebody's telling you something genuinely, you will feel it.
Listen, even the little kids, when they're learning to walk and they're falling down, you still tell them, good job, you're walking.
But they're falling.
But they're not even walking at that time. You tell them they're walking. So I think marriage is the same thing. You need to be constantly praised and appreciated. Yes. And it has to be verbal. So.
Okay, share your feelings. Give your partner a full-bodied hug at least once a day.
Hear that, guys?
Your partner at least two different ways.
Hold on, let me read this.
Each day.
I have to read this. So guys, listen. This one is very important. It's like share your feeling. Share your feelings. Give your partner one full-bodied hug at least once a day.
Yes.
Like this.
Even when you're mad. Yeah.
After that, hold on, let me see. After that, it says, kiss your partner at least 2 different ways each day.
Kiss one here, and then maybe later a deep one.
No, I want a lipstick. But listen, so there, 2 different ways.
And then continue.
Touch each other tenderly. So that one is there. Okay, each day to express your love and appreciation. Please, guys, learn that one.
These daily acts.
A hug every day. In the morning before she goes or before you guys part. Yeah. Kiss 2 times. Yeah. I know that people do like 20 times. That's okay.
But at least it's good to keep that going.
Yes. So those simple things will keep your love alive.
Now, for us to be realistic, to tell you guys the truth, I'm always the one who wakes up first, right? Every morning. For years when I've been working, I wake up first. When I wake up first, my alarm goes on. I say good morning. I'm the one saying good morning because he's sleeping.
I'm sleeping, so I may hear, I may not, but I'm a light sleep, I'll hear.
Abu will say, good morning, Siti, I love you. I've been hearing this for the longest. And when we go to bed, I've been hearing you say, yes, I love you.
Yep,
whether things are good or bad.
In fact, even after a fight, even if things have been thick, you have to say that.
But I think you're the one who says that. I don't see me really thinking. I respond back.
Because you're, again, the way you grew up, if that one is in you. Yeah. Being very conservative. And you know, a lot of people, when they look at you, they don't know you're very conservative. No, this one is very conservative because she talks and she's on Facebook. Yeah. These are the ones that you have to blanket. You want to
very conservative.
Put the blanket
over.
Lock the doors.
Lock the doors.
Yeah.
at sex during the day. Who's doing those things and the children are walking around? Sex is for the night.
Very conservative. So you have, and again, we're in the 21st century, and we are reading about keeping love alive. People need to know, especially now the young ones.
Step up.
You need to. It's okay to be outgoing, to express your between the two of you openly, in private, in public, even before your kids.
Yeah,
it's okay to do that. So I think,
and that's another thing. While you're at it, I saw. While we are on that, before we talk about being adaptable, actually talk about that. Let's finish this. Being adaptable. Being adaptable is being...
To be adaptable, okay? So intimacy is very much related to an individual's ability to be open, to change, and embrace new ideas. The fine art of compromise and the skill of shifting one's attitude or behavior to deal with the changing circumstances and to cope with stress or crisis are important parts of keeping love alive. Yes.
So now you are telling me that I need to try and initiate sex. I can't even try. Even thinking about it freaks me out. Until now I come and say I want to have sex around 3 p.m.
Yes.
Like now after we finish, there's light. So now this is like impossible because some of the things.
Yes, but to continue then.
Some of the things we need to adapt to sound impossible. I use that to tell you that that's a big task for me to even think I'm literally asking for sex from a man. Because from where I come from, we are taught
like a taboo.
That, you know what, if a man doesn't ask you for sex, don't ask for it, because without a man wanting sex, you cannot have sex.
Yeah.
So that's put in you. So when they're telling us to adapt to these things, sometimes when you're going to start, it's going to be like impossible.
So this is what they mean by adapting. Okay. So that's how you grew up.
Yeah.
Okay. Where you can't confront and come up straight and say, I want it.
Yeah.
Even if you want it, you're not gonna say.
You just hang
there. So now to adapt, okay, this is the 21st century. So you adapt, you can have a signal. You can tell me where this, you can make a signal so that now, listen, let's say when you wear the red dress, that's a signal.
Yeah.
So I know.
But that part
or when you come in the house, you come and you touch something, that's a signal that, hey, I want. Now you're telling me, because you cannot verbalize it.
I can't
verbalize
verbalize
that is adapting.
But
so
again,
people need to adapt.
For women, because we are so conditional.
Yeah.
Women, we are so worried about so many things. Sometimes we don't even give ourselves an opportunity to want sex. Because men are more relaxed, they come home, they're chilled. So many women will not even initiate sex because they are tired. That's another issue. It's not like they don't want it.
So, most of the time, but that time maybe they're tired. Yeah. So they won't initiate because they know very well they don't want it at that time.
Yes. So because we are always running around trying to put the home together.
But we need to adapt.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Let's agree.
Yeah.
Everybody you need to adapt
to the new
new ways. So it's okay. It's okay for the women. Come in, open the door at 2 p.m. and in the middle of your husband's job, stop and say, "Hey, come right now."
But ladies, you need to know
job.
The reason why you have to adapt to those things. You know, men still buy prostitutes or buy sex. I've
just come from buying.
No, they can go buy a sex at 3 p.m. because you did not do it. Yeah. So when you go to buy, actually, you don't buy it at night.
You're gone.
Because you have to come home.
Yes, you're gone. It's been crazy, and the man it goes
you
this
annoyed
way.
him.
So he comes back. So if you just come out of the blues and stay calm, that man has to find a way to avoid you. So you're right.
I think the last one is actually is sexual satisfaction. The sex satisfaction. Yeah. But I wanted to, let's finish this sex, then we come back to the
to resolve the conflict.
Okay. Go to because we are talking about sex.
So sexual satisfaction. Okay. So giving expression to sexual passion is a core aspect of marriage and includes a desire for intimacy and closeness, both physically and emotionally. The level of sexual intimacy achieved is itself influenced by the overall state of the relationship and indicates how willing a couple is to respect, trust, and cooperate with each other. When marital partners understand and accommodate each other's sexual needs, their love-making activities have the ability to strengthen the bonds of their relationship far beyond the bedroom. Okay, so it's not just the bedroom. From there, it will strengthen the relationship outside of the bedroom.
Yes.
Couples who lack the ability to pleasure each other and nurture a sense of spontaneity, curiosity, and playfulness often find that their sex life is unexciting, unsatisfying, and boring, and that the relational bond they experience is diminished. Couples who invest in an imaginative and healthy sex life know that one of the secrets to keeping romance and passion alive is to bring out the attractiveness in each other and give expression to sexual desire. They know, however, that good sex is not a matter of passion and performance, but is often a matter of being attuned to their partner's feelings and preferences and knowing when not to do certain things.
Exactly. So sex is not just penetration.
Yes. There's more to it.
There's more to it.
And they're saying that if you're very healthy in terms of your relationship and sexual
desires just come naturally.
And after that, if the sex is good, it's gonna spill outside of the bedroom. It's not just in the bedroom.
Yes.
That's gonna affect your everyday life. When you go outside, when you go to your work, if you're having good sex at home, it will manifest itself.
Yes.
So guys, if you're not performing in the bed, even at work,
you can't perform.
You can't. How are you gonna perform when at home nothing is going on?
So now, for me, I told them again what I learned. Yeah. I learned probably on year 2 that sex had nothing to do with my conflict, and that thanks to Abu, because Abu is the one who taught me. Nobody ever told me that. I felt like every time Abu did something wrong, he didn't need to have sex. But he clearly, he kept telling me that, you know what, this sex has nothing to do with the conflict. My mom never told me that. Nobody told me that. So again, all these 27 years we've been together, we've had a lot of sex not because I want to have the sex. It's because, no, I don't want. I'm from the village. I don't want my villagers to hear this. It's because it is the bond. It is the bond that has kept us together, and it is the bond that gave us the children. That is how I became a proud mother. That is how you were attracted to me. You understand? We minimize the power of intimacy 2-3 times a week. If you're a married couple, if you don't live in different countries, we downplay it. So there are days you don't feel like, but you're going to just go above and beyond for your spouse because you know what they want, and vice versa.
Yes.
We minimize sexual activities, and yet sexual activities is what breaks the marriage.
Yes.
Because a lot of people go to
or breaks.
Yes, a lot of people go to seek sex outside. We have people who have been denied sex for a month, 2 months, 3 months, and they're in the same house. If you're denying your partner sex for...
And how do you expect for
3 weeks?
3, unless they're sick.
No, they're not sick.
So you're denying somebody...
Because you're upset.
For 3 months.
Yes.
How do you expect that marriage to survive?
So they
Because the sex is part of the bond.
It's major, because that's what gave you the
family. It's the big one.
These women who stay in marriages because of their children and mistreat the man, they forget that they actually had sex to make the children.
Yeah.
So you cannot stay in a marriage where you're denying your husband sex just for the kids because they did something wrong. It is something that women need to learn. And the moment you go to buy sex, it's an outlet for you. You already now know somebody is on standby.
Yeah.
So every time I act up, you go and buy the sex.
Yeah.
So that breaks the bond. And again, if you're not connecting with your spouse sexually, they're connecting with somebody else. Okay?
Because that's a big bond.
And that leads to our next point is conflict resolution. I read a post where Ruto's daughter posted the picture of the parents and said, something how, you know, she looks up to her parents, and she said that they always, you will never know
when they're in conflict.
When they're in conflict.
Yes.
So now, this is something that was like instilled in most African families, that when you fight or when you're in conflict, you're supposed to go hide in the bedroom and solve the conflict. So now what this girl saw, her parents were hiding all the conflicts. So now she's looking for a husband like her father, and she's the ones to play the role of a mother, where they're not having conflict. I disagreed with her post because, of course, that's her parents. What I think, it's important for our children to witness us having conflict respectively. You're not abusing me.
Yes.
I'm not abusing you. But we're in conflict. So we can teach our children that conflict is part of the marriage. Yeah. Marriage is not supposed to be like mom and dad are always good. Mom and dad are not always good. Mom and dad sometimes have conflict. We have to teach our children how to resolve this conflict. Now, not only in marriage, at your place of work, your friends, in the community, if you don't have the skill of solving conflict, if you cannot learn that skill, you're not going to have friends. You will not have a marriage. You will not get along with your children. Learning how to solve conflict is a skill for the supervisors. When I used to work as a supervisor, it was a paid for class. To go, you sit down and you learn how to resolve conflict. When you become a husband, when you decide to marry, you have to learn how to solve conflict. When you become a mother or a wife, you need to learn how to resolve conflict. How you resolve conflict is what's going to give you a chaotic home or a peaceful home. You spoke about peace. And you know how you're interacting with each other. You're going to make people like to be with you or people not to be with you, because every time you're in conflict, you explode. Then the last one is, you can read this, Dad.
Those are social.
Yeah.
Okay, so social connectedness. And I think one of the things you said was, which I agree, is if you cannot learn how to resolve simple conflicts, even within your community, you won't be able to survive. Because you have to talk to people and there'll be conflicts.
Yes.
So if you can't resolve those conflicts peacefully with no issues.
Without abusing the people.
Yes. Because once, if you can't do that, you'll be on an island by yourself.
Yeah. Yes. So that's the last point.
Okay. So within all human beings is an innate drive to connect with each other. A drive crucial to one's esteem and survival. Couples who develop and maintain a healthy relationship with extended family and friends, and who feel a part of the wider community in which they live, find that this involvement in other relationships typically makes available additional resources that energize and empower their marital relationship by creating a greater sense of adaptability, tolerance, and openness to sharing. The improvement in self-esteem and relational skills relational skills enables couples to pursue and achieve a greater sense of intimacy and connectedness in their own marriage.
Continue, finish that.
Couples who develop these intimate connections with each other are able to maintain a relational bond that grows and strengthens over the life of their marriage. They are able to give and receive love and be affectionate, playful, and adventuresome. They can collaborate, cooperate, negotiate, and communicate in effective ways with each other. These couples are able to soothe, stimulate, touch, hug, hold, gaze, comfort, validate, listen, respond, support, and honor one another, and thereby create a safe, secure, emotional environment in which love can flourish. They know the key ingredients that rekindle a sense of romance in their marriage and keep love alive.
Okay, so that's our last topic. So now, if you're not part of a community,
yes,
you're losing out. If your children, and I tell all my friends who are raising small children, if you don't have friends that your children can talk to, you're losing out. If you don't have somebody your husband can talk to, you're losing out. If you don't have a wife that talks to people, you're losing out. When you're in crisis, you need the community.
Yes.
And if you're not able to be a part of your community and thrive within your local community as a couple, you're just sitting in the house by yourselves,
just
looking
the
at
two
each
of you.
other.
And I always say, if it's just the two of you in the house, you will end up misleading each other.
Yes.
Because you have no other person
Outlet.
to counter check. Because I'm going to say, hey, you know what? There's a good deal somewhere.
Yes.
Let's go do it.
Yes.
It's just the two of us.
Yeah.
If I talk to somebody else, they might say, by the way, that deal, somebody else did it. It
And
was
it
not
fa-
good.
yes.
It failed.
Yes.
Okay? So just being the two of you and you don't want to include anybody outside is also a recipe for failure in the marriage. So you need that community and socialness, inclusion out for everybody outside of your marriage.
Now, we are planning to eventually grow and write a book, our own book. Because, you know, this is an Australian writer.
You know I'm the writer because I'm the English.
I'm just going to be the writer. We plan to write a book and it's in the works. And we plan to start having couple retreats where we are going to find babysitters and we are going to live here on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we fly back on Sunday. Monday, you have to go back to work. 4 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, like 3 days, like a check-in Thursday. So you have a whole Friday, you have a whole Saturday, Sunday you travel, just to get out of our natural environment.
Our comfort zone.
Yes. So I told my sister today that our parents did not know what it meant to go away. We are the first generation that is actually trying.
Yes, which
to
is
go
very
away.
important once in a while, every 2-3 months.
Yeah.
Take a break out of the norm.
Yeah.
And just the two of you go somewhere.
You know, I brought you this t-shirt from Tulum.
Yes, it's from
When I went to Tulum, it was a girls' trip.
Yeah.
It was all women, and we were it was wonderful. That is my girls' community. You have your boys' community. You guys went to Tampa the last time.
Florida.
Florida.
Yeah.
Just the men. You sat there
Fort
somewhere.
Lauderdale.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, well, we had a good time.
More than a good time. You know, 6 men put together is not always good.
The only thing is sometimes these women they think once the men go they go all crazy. And I think it's true sometimes men when we get together
you mislead each other.
No, not misleading.
Everybody's carefree.
No. We once men want to mix together, we feel so young. I think we are going for a 50th birthday. We want to try everything in terms of let's drink, let's go. Now we are like
you're feeling free.
Yeah. And I think that's where most women don't want their men to go, for all this. But it should be once in a while. The men should get together and just have a good time.
Breakfast,
yes.
Yes,
which I think we are trying once in a while.
But again, what I told you today, that there are things, when you look back, you say, I'm glad I didn't do those things because you could have lost your family.
Yeah.
Right now, when you're older, you know not to lose your family. The people that we try to talk to are the people who are in their 20s and 30s.
Yes.
Yeah. If you don't make good choices early
at that time, yes.
Yeah. Because later, for you to tell me to forgive you for having another wife with kids, now you want me. When you start thinking I'm the better wife, it's hard to take that back. So young people, you're the people we are passionate about. The older people you can adapt. We are still trying to adapt.
Yes, we're trying to adapt and change this. And I know we're saying old, and it's not like we're that old, but
we are like
we are like I want to say mid. So we are not really old school,
but
we're not young. We're somewhere in the middle because the generation that our fathers were completely different. Everybody should agree with that.
Yes,
to their marriage was a different aspect altogether. So we're trying to adapt to the new way. Yeah, and so
we can have healthy relationships.
The younger ones are going to learn from this.
Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. When the week starts, which is tomorrow, always inspire one person.
Inspire before
you expire.
I love that phrase.
Educate, because knowledge is power.
Make sure you inspire somebody before you expire.
Educate somebody. If you learn something, teach someone. And finally, do things that bring people together. Don't do things that
to scatter people, or
Yeah. The last point that we made, let us do things, be the couple that cooks and people come and eat in your house. Be the couple that grills, people come and, in good times, try to create the good times before the bad times come. Thank you for watching and have a lovely week.
Thank you very much. We'll see you next week. What's the topic next week? Oh, sorry. No, you forgot. No, you said we have one here. What is that?
Conclusion.
We went through that?
The book is done.
Okay.
The book is done.
Oh, you're done.
Yeah, so I don't know, we'll start something different.
We'll think of something.
Yeah.
All right.
So cheers.
Cheers. See you next week. Bye.